All right, so it looks like we really nailed that, guys. Again, with the price level range kind of area here, pretty solid. But my sense is we've got a trough tomorrow. There's probably a pretty sharp drop off for overnight. We're kind of like in this no man's land territory, somewhere between the Lover's card and the Sun card. What's in between those two? The Ruin card, right? Which we have tomorrow. Excuse me. What I'm wondering is if this Ace of Swords is the same price level as this Princess of Swords. I also picked up another Tesla call. Maybe it's greedy, but I hold two right now. Hey, Joe. This looks super bullish right now, guys. There's this heart. Where did this come from? So I'll probably exit out. Depends on how much we move based on earnings, but I'll probably exit out on the 25th. I might exit out on the 24th if there's like a huge move, but I expect us to come up against this like range right here, somewhere around here, with the suppression card. And there's a cash out coin there too. Hey Jinish Radadia, welcome. Do I see BRC 20 ordinals or the ORDI crossing its $90 all-time high price within 30 days? I have it going all the way to 96. So do you want me to ask? Is it going to go past its all-time high, or do you want me to? $90 is down here. You want me to ask about 90? I'll ask about both of them. Yeah, I've got it breaking its all-time high, so above 96.82 ish, within the next 30 days. A cash out point for Gala. I think I have Gala on here, don't I? Let's check. Let's check and see the accuracy of this reading. Now we haven't looked at this one in a little while here, but the 2024 Gala reading was created October 25th, 2023. Well, this should be bigger. Hold on. Not sure why it's not bigger. It should be bigger. There we go. So the shuffle file was created on October 25th, 2023 at 12:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So we have a lowest low in February. Boom, nailed that. We also had a peak, prominent peak in January, in the early part of January, so that worked out. Reversal at the end of January, where we turned around here right on the cusp. A prominent trough towards the end of the month of March. Pretty solid. I don't have this as a highest high, which is interesting, indicating that we're probably going to go significantly above that price level in May. Ooh, this was a tough reading. Okay, well, so the early part, the peak in the early part of April, we returned back to that. So we come back to this 65, this almost 66-cent price level, most likely here by the cusp. Yeah, and then also there's indications with the Empress card that the decline off of the April high is an opportunity to open up a long position. Looks like you probably close out on the cusp of May or very early into June at that science price level. I wish I didn't live in New York State. I'd be like grabbing all these micro coins when I see stuff like this. You're welcome, Janesh. Hey, 2 of clubs for life. Did I miss it? I feel like I didn't miss it. Daydreaming. I would be very careful right here. There's a drop here before we move to the upside. We have a drop right off of this price level here. Yeah, we have a sharp drop here. This is going to be like a shakeout. Pretty big move to the upside on the 24th after some sideways rotation establishing support. And then there's a resistance on the 25th. Looks like we probably crisscross back and forth it a few times. And then we break out through it with a big move to the upside, at least temporarily. We might come back down a little bit here on the 27th. But then there's another rally on the 28th and another big move into a peak early on the 29th. But we do have a lowest low kind of indication, a possible lowest low over here as well. So there could be a lot of price change here. Or we might go off of like a high back to a low. Or it might just be a prominent trough and not an actual lowest low. But being that the overall theme is the defeat card, there's a chance that it's a lowest low. Could be a real sharp drop there with that Hermit card and the Tower card as well. When will XRP hit all-time highs? Hey Hamza, if I didn't say hello. Is that really the one that I was using? There, that's what I want. Pretty soon, guys. Like it's coming up here on like we're a little bit behind on the sequence of events, right? Sometimes the ace of the ace of the suit will like mark like the start, like in the case of an ace of cups, it'll mark the start of a big decline. So the timing, it kind of like started here in March and took us into April. So we're a little bit behind, but I suspect that we're going to break through these price levels here on the cusp. Yeah, I expect there to be a really big move here coming up very soon. Hard to say when the all-time high will be breached. Hey, AV. ENPH earnings. By the way, guys, like that, what were we looking at? It was the gala reading. That gala reading. There's a paid version of that gala reading. Like every 1 year that I look at, there's a paid version that has all the best trades that I see, what to look for, what to avoid, that type of stuff. You can get the paid version of any 1 year that we have out by going to our website. Our services. Our services, ESO Meta posts. Scroll down to 1 year report, click here to order. And you would click on this where they've already been done. There's a whole list of them. Not just 2024s, but there's 2025s and 2026s going up. Great way to support the channel. Again, it's pretty darn accurate. We nailed that lowest low for the year on that reading, and we did it back in October of 2023. All right, so ENPH earnings. Doesn't look like a good response. Looks like it's a decline. I think they probably beat their earnings, or excuse me, missed their earnings estimate, and then the revenue one, hard to say, but it looks like they probably, the chart behavior is to the downside as a response. Yeah. Oh, Janesh, I already put that one away. Like, whatever I said, dude, I'm not going to remember. I do too many predictions. NVDA dip over the week. Also, guys, there is a coupon code available, 50% off custom monthlies. The time to order June readings has already passed. We're now, the earliest you can order is July. But they're 50% off, and that offer expires at the end of this month. This is the coupon code, Custom 50982. Custom 50982. Should be all caps. And that gets you all right, so NVIDIA, where did that one go? Well, we pretty much nailed that. Came in a little lighter. We went in lower than I expected, but we pretty much nailed that. Yeah, so there, it looks like there's probably a pretty sharp drop here as well. I'm going to mark this off as a science price level. April, I should put that. Pretty sharp drop, and then in the morning tomorrow, big move off of the low. That's probably the lowest low in there for NVIDIA tomorrow morning. Yeah, wow, there's going to be a really big drop here, guys. something like that. There should be a pretty big move off of it. But it is overall kind of mixed, like big move. And then on Thursday, off of like a breakout overnight, there's probably a drop or a decline from that breakout, decline back down, and then big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range there. Hey, it was luck. By the way, it was luck. So, I'm wondering, can you? Actually, I'll message you about it. I'll message you. Yeah, it's very bullish. Tesla's earnings is very bullish. Uh, looks like a pretty solid trade. The butterfly. FCX and Disney. All right. FCX. FCX is pretty mixed. There's a move higher and then a retracement of that move. Disney for the week. I'm advised to be cautious with Disney. It's either sideways rotation or it's like whipsaw action or something like that. I would be very careful with Disney. So Netflix probably beats on earnings and there's a sell-off from like a peak. So like there's probably like a move higher and then that all sells off. Hey Angfin, will SPY hit 502 tomorrow? Good question. I believe it probably will. Yeah, let me see what the cards say. Hermes, what are you doing, buddy? You want to go down? You want to stay in my lap? Okay. You have to be a good boy and sit still. Oh, you have fishy breath. What did you eat? Why is your breath so fishy? Ugh. Yeah, we hit 502 tomorrow. It looks like there's a pretty big move off of a low there. Yeah, I think we probably go all the way down to 500. I bought a put right before this last drop started. I bought another put. Oh, I missed some people. All-time high in SHIB. I'm probably going to have to cap it, guys, because I've got a meeting. I'm going to have to cap the questions here. So I'll finish with the Netflix earnings for It Was Luck. I'll go back over those. But first we want to look at SHIB. Actually, let me check out earnings real quick. Looks like they probably meet or beat their expectations. I'm not so sure it's the best reaction, though. It's kind of like a sideways rotation, I think. Either that or we fall to a support level and then rise off of it. Kind of hard to say. Yeah, I'm getting like a weird, I don't know, it's not very clear for that earnings for whatever reason. I'll come back to it. Let me finish off these guys. Shipcoin. Yeah, so there's like a high here. And then in 2024 somewhere up here. So yeah, there's a lot to go to the upside in SHIB. Thanks. Your call on theta was spot on. It declined since first week of April. Do you see it crossing the same $3 level within the next 30 days? Thanks for the credit when credit's deserved, my friend. All right, so the question: do I see it crossing the same $3 level within the next 30 days? So my senses were probably behind. Like we saw this peak. Um, no, that peak was there. Yeah, no, I think that peak that we're a little bit behind. So this peak was right here, and then we've got another peak coming into play. So we're probably somewhere in the midst of. We had this failed attempt at resistance. Okay, so decline through key support, price swinging, more decline. Um, it's possible in June or July, but we've got a lowest low for the year, at least thus far, around the end of May or early June. XPRT. No, I don't. I haven't done anything recent on XPRT, but I'll say it again. I find myself saying this every single day, guys. Do not trade this information based on price levels. You will lose money. Don't do it. Follow the sequence of events. Follow the the sequence of chart events. Follow the timing of the highs and the lows. Sequence of events trumps timing. Timing's usually on point. Sequence of events, it's off when I'm wrong, you know. But you trade that way with this information. If you sit there waiting for a price level, you're going to regret it. I'm getting tired of saying this too, guys. We had this one guy who like said he didn't do well. You know, there's a couple of people that didn't do so hot. Most people do pretty well, but there's a couple of people that I know of that didn't do so hot. Both of them were trading based on price levels. Both of them. Oh well, that makes sense. The Netflix earnings was last week. That's why I was getting this like weird. Like I couldn't put my finger on it exactly. All right, guys. With that said, I'm rolling. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that Real Karma. One more time, that special coupon code you can only get here on the live expires at the end of the month. It's 50% off of our custom monthlies. So you can order any monthly starting between this June and December of 2026. It's 50% off. In other words, it's $500 rather than $1,000. This offer disappears at the end of the month. Highly recommend people take advantage of it while it's still here, because we won't do that very often. I'm not looking to get like inundated with a bunch of monthlies.